Okay, so for this next video, I want to do a project of making a dinghy for a sailboat, a medium to small sailboat, let's say between 25 feet to 38 feet boat, as a tender, a dedicated tender. So it's got to fit all the requirements of a tender. That means it's got to be able to be stowed away on deck in a seamless, streamlined manner. Of course, it has to be as light as possible. The engine has to be as light as possible so you can manhandle it on and off the boat, which is a critical maneuver. And also, the dinghy has to fit many requirements. Off the top of my head, I can think it's got to be maintenance free as possible. You know, inflatables, their Achilles heel is that they are they pop, they leak air. They don't last longer than everybody knows that 5 years. And the last 3 of those 5 years are painful, troubled years of constantly inflating, constantly patching, chasing the dragon on that inflatable. Inflatables obviously have huge counter benefits, like being incredibly stable as well, and that's why they survive as an option for a sailboat tender dinghy. But they are seriously flawed. Another option is kind of a pram style, which are maintenance free. They'll never deflate, but they're just a little bit more. They're less stable in the water. They're just about as heavy, could be even heavier depending how you make them. But they have the huge. So that's the balance. You know, it's either reliability or stability. Those are the two ends of the spectrum. So I'm here in the Philippines, and I feel inspired by what I've been seeing on YouTube lately. Just so many different variations of small boats made out of fiberglass, and some use plywood, some use foam, and the engines that people are coming up with are brilliant. You know, so. But I'm not going to be too creative on this. I'm going to be more practical minded. I want to make something that is absolutely the most utility of sailboat tender dinghies that I can possibly come up with. And it's my first try, so of course it's not going to be, this is a prototype and it's not going to be a lasting model, but at least I'll learn a lot and I'll share the learning process. Cheers.